Only Fools and Collecting is brought to you by Watto's Scrapyard. They 3D print parts for your hard-to-come-by Kenner vehicles. They 3D print 1/12 and 1/6 scale head sculpts from a massive back catalogue. If there is a particular character you want, he can design and 3D print it for you for a reasonable price. Check him out on Facebook and Instagram.
Hello and welcome. We are on episode 36 of Only Fools and Collecting.
Good evening, everybody.
Hello, enjoy. We are back. It feels like it's been a while since we were on, although it's only been like a fortnight. But
yeah,
I think plenty of stuff has happened and lots has come out, which is always good. So I think, Pete, we must get straight into it.
Keeping us busy for at the moment. So we've heard from Motto, we've heard from us. Yeah. So,
new this fortnight.
Had to get that one in, Pete, before you jump the gun.
No, exactly. No, I did give you. I waited. I paused for you there, and yeah, it was coming. Yes, Grand Moff Tarkin, the governor himself. I think I've talked about him before. He's always been the kind of say that the missing link in my A New Hope display. I've always been a massive Peter Cushing fan. I kind of grew up on all of it. You know, he's the eponymous Van Helsing. You know, him versus Christopher Lee's Dracula is just classic. And I used to love that stuff. And you know, and in Star Wars, obviously, he's just awesome as Tarkin. And as we all know, this figure, the price on it has got ridiculous.
Madness.
There was one went on eBay on bids the other day for $420 plus shipping. And it was used. It had been displayed. And I think, you know, obviously the reason being is that they'll never release another Tarkin. You know, it's a one-off thing. I mean, they could potentially do a Rogue One re-release if they're kind of are really intent on rebooting that line, you know, because they've just brought out that different Shore Trooper, haven't they? But we don't know yet whether or not they're going to actually use that as a kind of launch pad to bring out any of the other figures they didn't bring out. Because we may well get a Cassian from the TV show when that comes. But anyway, so Tarkin. So I was fishing around. I wasn't going to pay that sort of money, and then I put some posts out on Facebook, and a guy in Holland messaged me and said, "Oh well, I've got the 2-pack. I bought it about 3 years ago. It was the only way at the time he could get the Vader, and he had no interest in having Tarkin at all. So he just sat in the box for 3 years with all his wraps on and everything. So he's essentially brand new. So we negotiated the price, and obviously this was post Brexit, so we're now in a situation where we could potentially have to pay customs from anywhere we buy stuff now, which is a bit of a bugger.
Which is fun.
Yeah, exactly. So and we had a little chat, and he said he wasn't really comfortable about marking it down. So I was like, no, that's fine, you know, because even like with the price we negotiated, I thought even if I have to you know, pay 30-40 quid custom, it's still a decent price. But no, sailed through. So I think it cost me about 280 in the end.
It's not bad. It's better than 400 and something.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's great. Just got a hell of a lot of shelf presence. And he's slap bang in the middle of the New Hope shelf now. He doesn't appear to have the magnet issue on his tunic, so
I'm not surprised. He's been in the box for 3 years.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know what causes that. You know,
I think the glue is the typical shit fabric glue they use. To be fair, a tiny drop of Gorilla Glue, if it does happen, sorts it out.
Yeah, but if you've got it under LEDs, they're not giving out any heat, are they? It's just odd that.
To be honest, I just think it's where the glue dries out. I don't think it's anything to do with heat. I think it just fucks up and lifts up. But it's, you know, it's no aggro. It's only fucking morons who use like liquid super glue where it soaks through and fucking obliterates it.
Yeah. Oh, so Facebook says, did you have the flap issue? No, fortunately not. As I say, whether or not it will transpire that way, but I mean,
I think that's Quinn.
Yeah.
Facebook users Quinn, I believe.
Oh, right. Okay.
We've got JB Collection in the chats.
We got boys in
Harry. Love that. Danny's in there. Mario, my man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully I won't need to do anything with it, but I'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, no, definite. I mean, I don't like.
This is Zach. Don't use Gorilla Glue. Yeah. No. Not the liquid one. Use the gel. A tiny dab of the gel.
Yeah.
Right. Don't use liquid. Fuck me.
No.
That cunt will soak straight through.
They're the ones we've seen where they've got a massive, great stains on there, and even those ones go for stupid money as well because people are so desperate to get it. But
madness.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, really glad to have him. And that's me. That's me for this week. This fortnight. How about yourself, mate?
I've not had a bad fortnight, to be fair. I've been selling off a lot of my Marvel stuff, so I've only got 2 Marvel figures left.
Mm-hmm. Was that Iron Man and Deadpool?
Yes, yeah, just those 2. And I didn't do too badly, to be fair, out of the Marvel clear up. So I bought a few bits and pieces, and I was on Sideshow just looking about, and I was like, I've got some money burning a hole in my pocket. What should I order? And I didn't. It was a toss up between Cody and a Death Trooper.
Yeah.
And I was looking. I thought, well, fuck it. I'll go for Cody. They're about the same price. Get an extra head sculpt and all that. And I used to have the Sideshow one, so I thought, you know, at the moment I've got loads of. My prequel side is slowly growing.
Yeah.
And I thought, all right. So I thought, Cody comes with an extra head sculpt. I can see what the fuss is about because everyone's saying how good it is. And it turned up, and it's a good figure. If I still had the Sideshow one, I wouldn't say it's probably worth upgrading, if I'm honest.
Right. Yeah.
Because the only thing that really bugs me about this figure, so mine turned up and it didn't have any issues. So there was nothing wrong with the elbow at all. It didn't have any seams missing. The shoulders were fine. But the only thing you can't see it here because I've got the other arm on. But the thing that annoys me is the ball joint on the wrist. So on the
so he's got a light up arm, is he, for that hologram?
So that hologram arm is takes batteries. It comes off at the elbow, and a new one goes on. When you put the new one on, you can really see the ball joint. Because normally with armored figures like this, it's like, you know, you can pull the armored piece down.
Yeah,
it covers the joint.
Slides over. Yeah.
Because every other joint on this fucker's covered up, right?
Yeah.
Apart from that one ball joint, that one wrist joint, and it really bugs me because it's really obvious. So what I might do is drill out the hand so the peg fits up inside the hand because you can't do anything with the wrist.
You can't move that.
It won't.
Gauntlet
it's one whole solid piece as opposed to a forearm and a bit that goes over the top.
Yeah.
But, you know, touch wood, mine's been absolutely fine. I've had no issues, nothing. And it is a pretty good figure. There's a few, like I said, the joint's a bit niggly, and the only other thing is getting the guns in the hands. It is a cunt. It is really hard to get them in.
Are they really stiff, are they? Or?
Stupidly so. It's almost like you're trying to put in an old Hasbro weapon into a modern clone trooper's hand. It's almost like the handles and everything is too big.
Too big, yeah.
But if you heat them up, it's obviously fine. But I mean, it's good. It's just whereas I had the old one, if I still had that, I'd probably be a bit like, actually, it's probably not worth the upgrade.
Yeah.
But fucking blow dryer. No, I've got a kettle. We're British, mate. We have kettles.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was Cody. I think I've stuck the unmasked head on my Django for now.
Yeah, that looks because good, So at least it gives you a bit of extra value out of the figure.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's the thing. And the unmasked head sculpt is by far. I know it's only February, but that's sculpt of the year for me so far. It's really good.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to the other clones.
paying for it in the end? Have you had your customs?
Everything, all in all, it was. I think it was $235, including shipping and this is the thing. So I generally don't pre-order that much. I've got a few bits with Sideshow, but generally I don't really pre-order. So normally stuff starts to come out in Hong Kong, and I go, I quite like the look of that because now I've seen it in hand. You know, I know what I'm actually ordering. Yeah. So I tend to pre-order then. So if I then jump on the Hong Kong bandwagon, I'm paying through the arsehole. If I pre-order, then I can't pre-order it in the UK because my window's gone. So it really only leaves me with Sideshow. But to be fair, they're about the same price as most UK retailers, including tax. And I get points, and it turns up. And if there's any issues, I can fuck it.
And they're normally still a bit quicker anyway, aren't they? They're kind of in the middle.
Apart from Mando. Mando's the one they're fucking me off with. So there's been 2 batches of that so far, and I've not
got the
been
best
on
one,
either.
haven't you? Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I messaged them and said, "Look, I'm thinking of maybe cancelling my order. Like, do you know what's going on with it?" And they were like, "No, we haven't got a shipment notification yours. We can see They said we can see that you paid it off, so you'd be pretty high up on the list." And I was like, "All right." And then I looked around and I was like, "Well, actually, I'm probably going to pay 230 quid from Sideshow." There was some bell end the other day on the groups was selling one for 380 quid. And I was like, I'm not that desperate to get it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, no, fuck right.
Yeah, I think the deluxe has been people putting them for like 450, isn't it?
Well, did you see it? I sent Pete a link in the week, and someone had parted out the Grogu and got 90 odd quid for it on eBay.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's mad.
Which one was that? The standalone one, or the one in the little
stand up one? The little stand up one.
Jesus Christ!
See, I just fucking printed everything I wanted. All the series 2 accessories are printed, and so same with the stuff that comes with it. So I don't really need to. You think the Morrison portrait is better than the Albus Gandalf? Gandalf in hand yet? Yeah, I mean, look, I haven't got it in hand. I'm not a big fan of hair, as you can tell. I'm not a fan of it.
I'll chime in on Gandalf when we get to him because I'm obviously more of a fan.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen pictures. I think it looks fantastic, but I need to see it in hand. I get you. That one does look cool. And then I've also upgraded my printer to this beast, the Anycubic 10X. It is fucking massive, but it's brilliant. So to put it into context, my old print bed was probably the size of my iPhone.
Right.
The print bed on this one is the size of my iPad.
Nice.
So I can get shit tons on those little knee pads I've been printing.
Yeah.
So I could get 6 of those on my old printer. I can get 20 on my new printer.
Oh wow, nice!
It's a massive difference. But because it's got a mono screen, it prints 3 times quicker as well.
Right.
So typically, when I was printing these Mando head sculpts, so this one was off my old printer, and 2 of those would take about 6-7 hours. These new necklace ones that I printed will take a couple of hours, 2-3 hours.
Wow.
So it saves me so much time and aggro. It was a bit finicky getting it to all bed in properly, but I think I've got there. And I've got files for the Ark of the Covenant, which I'm going to try and print.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, so if you can,
because I've been after one.
That. Yeah, and you probably sell a few of those because definitely on the Sideshow Freaks, the indie customization one, there's a lot of people asking for them. So
yeah, well, I loaded that up on the slicer, and that was about 8 hours because of the height on it.
Yeah,
And then I loaded up a Gonk Droid, a 6-scale Gonk Droid. I can print in one piece on this, and that would probably take me about 10 hours, I think. But yeah, so I'm having fun and games with it. I've got a load of quarter scale stuff to print this weekend.
So would that just be, if you did the Gonk Droid, is that just a solid piece, or is it?
That would be a solid. That would be a solid piece.
But then, how much articulation does he need?
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. He ain't gonna. I'm not gonna be doing the action poses with it.
No. So yeah.
But I'm looking forward to this.
So is this the same make as your other printer, or
no? So the other one was a Creality piece of shit.
Yes,
that's what that other one was, because I've actually got a claim in with my first printer because it fucked up and they're not playing ball. But then I bought a replacement one, which turned up. I threw my back out, couldn't use it, and then my new printer turned up. So I've probably done about 2 prints with the other one. But yeah, so yeah, but it's cool. It's all good. I'm loving my printers.
Plenty of production from your printing.
Hopefully, yeah.
Emporium.
I'm loving life at the moment. I'm printing every opportunity I can. I used a whole bottle of resin over the weekend that would normally last me at least a month. So it's been fun. Can you print me a Babu Frick? I can't, because I have no idea who that is. But
he's the funny little guy from Skywalker that does the thing on 3PA.
If there's a file for it, I can. If not, Watto could probably do you one. I mean, I did print on my old printer. Sitting here. Salacious Crumb.
Yeah.
Which I still need to paint up, which has been sitting there fucking donkeys, and I ain't done nothing with it.
Can you get the other creatures as well from that creature pack? Have they got?
I haven't seen them,
No, because someone was selling one of those because I tagged you in, didn't I? So it was like about 130 quid for the 3 of them.
I don't know what it is lately, but in the groups, people have been selling some insane stuff.
Yeah,
there's been you don't really see a lot of the old creature packs and stuff. Then suddenly 2 of them popped up in a week. Gamoran guards and fucking everything.
Yeah, I was quite tempted with the Cats and Antilles for 130 quid. I think that might be Lee selling that. Lee Farkham.
Yeah, that was more of a realistic price as well.
Yeah, the trouble is, I'd love a Gamoran guard, but they're like 450 quid. People want
they're
for
not
them.
worth that. And eventually there'll be another version or something.
Hopefully Hot Toys will get it eventually.
So that was pretty much it. So I want to show off these new graphics we've got.
New this fortnight.
Oh,
so
that makes me feel a bit better.
Why? You're the fuck who keeps jumping the gun. I play the graphic, then you change the slide.
Yeah, but that's the wrong graphic.
All right, yeah, fair enough. Hang on, let's try this.
New releases.
Because you had me on the back foot. That's what it was.
Sorry, mate. Yeah,
I was on the back foot.
Next time, I'll try and get it right.
Anyway, Captain America. This is the endgame version. 205 quid on Sideshow at February, March, or outright this very second in Hong Kong for around £281, including postage. I think this is probably the best looking cap we've had.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah,
by a country mile.
I really like it, and it's one of those ones that I've heard a lot of people saying, "Oh, it makes you want to get back into the Marvel." And and I look at it and think, it's a great figure. I'd love to have it, but then I don't want to go down that route again.
No.
But yeah, if you still collect him, he looks great. I mean, the new head sculpt, I think looks fantastic. It's really good.
It's for me, it's the body on it. It's the first one that you don't have to. Well, I really like the concept cap. The shape of that was perfect. They've transferred that across. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, so it doesn't need any stupid modding and.
Oh, fuck me! If I see another cunt put a Man of Steel body.
Oh God, yeah.
Honestly, that guy was back the other day, and he'd already fucked around and modded this, and I was like,
that's it.
So tempted just to go, yeah, Man of Steel body swap there, mate.
Yeah,
Just doesn't fucking need it.
No. But yeah, this is great. Yeah, I mean, it's congrats if you're getting him.
It's tempting. It's tempting.
Yeah, I did look into it, and I thought, no. The Marvel ship sailed for me, and I'd only end up, moving him on.
I know what you mean.
but yeah,
I do know what you mean. And then we had this fucking monstrosity. The Blitz, obviously you can tell I fucking love it. The Blitzway Hendrix. This is 359 quid over here in the UK from Movie Figures.
Why is it that? Yeah,
I think it's because it's real pubic hair.
Yeah, it must be.
It just, I don't like this. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not a massive fan of figures of singers.
No,
but this
no,
is
me neither. Yeah.
I mean, the tailoring looks good. The guitar looks nice. The head sculpt just looks gash.
Yeah.
I think it's the hair, the actual sculpt. Saying the sculpt itself, I don't think is that bad. I've seen some horrendous photos.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where you can make it can look hideous or it can look okay.
Yeah, but it's just the hair. It's just a matted, terrible mess.
Yeah, it's pass for me. But I know that there's people that do collect these. They bought the Lennon, the Molecule 8 Lennon, and we haven't got one here, but that Freddie Mercury figure came out, or the parts came out this week, I think, as well. Was
that this week?
I think so. Yeah, because obviously it's a kit, isn't it, to go on a Feisson body, but on that one the closed mouth sculpt looks all right. I think we discussed it before, but to me, I'm not. It's not for me to have these kind of. They're not. I know some people like them. But no, it looks okay. But as you say, it's the hair.
It's a no.
It makes you wonder what it's made of, like you suggested.
Yeah, it's like a bog brush. No, thank you.
It's the number one export from Kazakhstan, I believe. Is pubic,
is pubic hair?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, Schmish. Thank you, please.
Yeah, probably where they've sourced it from.
Yeah, probably. So that was Blitzway's shit, and this I quite like again from Blitzway. Yeah. The price on this, when you compare it against old Pubic Head, is actually really good. So this is Blitzway Bill and Ted. It will cost you £299 from Sideshow.
Yeah,
so you've got tax and shipping on that, but for two figures, I actually really like these. I watched a couple of reviews on them. I'm very tempted.
I think they're all right. I don't know. This picture I grabbed here is I don't know if this is a sort of pre-production one or an actual one, because Decano doesn't look that bad in that, because a lot of people have really shit on the Keanu sculpt, but
I don't think it's that bad. Like even the reviews I watched, I didn't think it was that bad.
No, I mean, I think the other guy is pretty much bang on, to be honest. I can't think of the actor's name, but it's weird because I'm just wondering about the bodies as well, because obviously you can see there's a bit of a there's a torso joined.
This way, Stranger Things kid. This is fucking busting.
Yeah. No, the other one, Mike. But the arm it looks like there's some
there's seamless arms.
Yeah.
So it's a new type body apparently.
Really good, the arms. It's a shame that Bill's got the torso, because he's got that crop top t-shirt.
Yeah,
you can see that break in the torso. But I like them. I think they're pretty good, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a real big bugbear of mine when companies do this. So they've obviously spent a lot of time on the body, and they've got some good arms. They've got a decent selection of hands, all that kind of stuff, and everything looks great. And then you get to that midsection, and you just think it's shiny, horrible, cheap plastic.
Yeah,
it's fine if no fucker's going to see it, but we all do, because he's wearing a cut-off crop top.
That's the problem. So, yeah.
How hard would it be to just go on that figure, because you see that we're going to forego articulation on that and just have it as a single piece?
Yeah,
or go the whole hog and have them on actual full silicone bodies or something.
Yeah, right? It's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah, I hate it when companies do that. They spend ages on like arms and all the bits you can see looking fantastic, and then they forget about, like, you see it a lot on figures that wear shorts. So from the waist up, everything's detailed and fantastic, and then you've got a pair of fucking horrible plasticky legs.
And the knees, just
bullshit.
Hey Eddie.
Hey, Eddie.
Yeah, because I think you had it. That recent sideshow Ash figure had that same torso thing, didn't it? And you could see it
was
through the rip in the shirt.
That was worse because it was the same with Indy as well.
The same with Indy, with Temple of Doom Indy, yeah.
At least with this, it's a straight line, so your eye kind of
because the other one had that weird like fang,
had a notch in it.
Yeah.
So the sideshow, the newer sideshow bodies have this weird articulated midriff.
Yeah,
where you have it's almost like fangs hanging down.
Yeah, it looks like fangs.
Really,
two bits that hang down the sides.
Really draws your eye to it. So you just go, no, fuck off. That has to be changed. And plus, like Ash has got half his chest hanging out anyway, so it made sense to swap him over to a Python.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Indy they got away with it really because you don't see, his shirt isn't ripped to that extent. But I thought the Ash looked
where it
really
was.
bad.
It was really high up as well.
Yeah,
it wasn't even where you would have a natural photo. So it just everything drew your eye to it, and I was like, nah, that fucker's got to go.
That's weird.
Not happy. Yeah, and then we got Hellboy.
Which so
you've ordered.
I have ordered it. Yeah, it's coming from Hong Kong, but it's one of the guys on the groups that kind of resells in the UK. So it's about $260, which actually is about on par with if I bought it from Hong Kong, because they're about $215 plus shipping, which at the moment has got to be
fucking astronomical.
It can't be EMS because that's still on hiatus for UK. So so that would add 50-60 quid to it anyway. And I think the sideshow was 200 or something, but again with shipping, and so I didn't think it was bad. I had no intention of buying this whatsoever. When I saw the film, I thought it was okay, but just seeing some reviews on it, it just looks like a really good figure. I like the character of Hellboy, and I just thought everything looks brilliant. The body, the outfit, and the fact they've got none of this horrible pleather stuff this time. So they've got fabric trousers, because the trousers on the original Perlman one were they just fell apart. And all the belt and everything was a nightmare. Whereas it's just all sculpted plastic now. It looks really good. I don't know that I'd use any of the kind of the flame bits and pieces, but so I just on a whim I thought, you know what, I just quite fancy with something different. And whether or not long term he'll stay in the collection, because he'll come under that same issue we always say about who do you pose him with, all that kind of thing. But I think he'll definitely stay for a while. And then I thought to myself, I'll tell you what, I'll have a look on eBay and see if anyone's selling the Perlman sculpt from the Hot Toys figure, because then I've got two options. Then I can have it's not movie accurate, but then I just want him because I like Hellboy, not necessarily that I'm saying it's going to be from that movie. And I found one on for 35 quid, so that's coming as well. So that's not bad at all, and hopefully the reds match up fairly close. If not, I'm sure I can stick a bit of red paint on there just to bring it in line. But I quite like the look with the shirt actually. So in that case, you're only going to have a tiny bit of neck, even if it's not quite exactly right. Looking forward to him. Something a little bit. I did have the original Hellboy, only because it was one of those things where it was in that like top 5 of Grails forever, like the Blade figure, the Leonidas, the this one that everybody wanted. So I did get one, and I had it for a little while, and I thought it was okay. But I could see where the problems were, and the belt on that one was starting to go, like the pleather was just peeling away. So I moved it on as soon as I could. Someone picked it up. I told them what the problems were, and they were happy with it. But I think this one's going to stand the test of time a bit longer than that one.
For sure. It does look good. I mean, I didn't get all the hate for the film, to be fair.
No, I didn't. I think it was, a bit of nonsense fun. Obviously, to me, Perlman's was the better Hellboy. But yeah, the character's cool, and so I'll be I'm going to rewatch the film again when he turns up. So hopefully, I'll definitely have him for the next show, so we can talk about him then.
Top man,
yeah,
top man. Yeah, they were the Hot Toys. Little Grogu was released.
He's cute.
Yeah, so he's 307 quid from Sideshow, but not quite out yet, or 450 quid in Hong Kong.
Ouch.
I like it. I've got no. I mean, I wouldn't have one personally. I've got nowhere to fucking put him, but
no.
I think he looks good.
Yeah,
he looks fine. The ears aren't as fucked up as I thought they were going to be.
No,
they look fine.
Yeah, I don't really have any because obviously the big question now is whether to have the Sideshow one, which is a statue, but it's apparently based on the original, not on the actual models from the show, or this one which has articulation. I think they both look fine. They both look good.
Yeah, I don't have a horse in this race.
No, me neither. No. I think it probably just comes down to whether or not you want to pose it or not. And I've seen some people have cut up the statue one to make it posable, but then why would you bother? Just get this one. They both look to me. They both look like Grogu, and I can't see. I'm not a massive aficionado on him, so there's nothing in there that I'll go, oh, that doesn't look right, and that doesn't look like. No. To me, they look like the character.
Yeah, like if I had the Sideshow one, I wouldn't be chopping it into.
No.
At the same time, if I didn't have either, I wouldn't bother me.
Yeah, this one looks good. So I'm sure you'll be happy either way, whichever way you pick up. Yeah, but yeah. And here we go.
And this I'm not massively into Lord of the Rings, but I really like this. The Asmus Toys Gandalf the Grey. This is the Crown series, and it's 254 quid direct from Asmus.
Yeah, but I think they can. I think when I looked before, they were sold out, but I think you can order it again now. Whether they've had some cancellations or what have you, but I think it's really good. You helped me make a custom because I bought I originally had the Sideshow one from years back, which was a decent figure. I had the head sculpt repainted by Mark Simpson. It was really good. But when I then picked up the Hobbit one a couple of years ago for a decent price, but the sculpt and that was horrible. It had real hair or had faux hair, but it had a sculpted beard, and because it was the Hobbit version, paradoxically, although Gandalf is like 60 years younger in the Hobbit, because Ian McKellen was that much older when he was playing him in the films, he looked a lot older, a lot more wrinkly and stuff like that, and it just didn't work. So I picked up, I think it was a recast of the a Magneto figure, wasn't it?
That's it, yeah.
So you painted it for me, and then I cut the hair off, and I haired it and bearded it. And actually, I was really happy with the result. I mean, I've not had much success with hairing. I find it quite tricky, and I end up with more of it stuck on my fingers than on the fucking figure.
I hate it so much.
But I kind of got a result with that one, and I was happy with it. But then, when they started teasing this, and from the very get-go, they said that they were aware that people weren't particularly happy with the Hobbit head sculpts, and people wanted a Lord of the Rings version. So they've always said from the start, and they're still saying that they will, that they're gonna, if you've got the original Hobbit version, you can I don't know, they're numbered, so I don't know what they want in terms of proof of that you own it and you've not just taken a picture of someone else's, but they're going to sell the head sculpt separately. And people were speculating how much. Well, apparently they're saying they're going to try and do it for about $100, which is an absolute bargain.
It's not bad, yeah.
Because to get this done, like a lot of people saying that, that would cost you 400 quid probably. So the figure is, the rest of the figure, even if you pick it up for 250, I think it's a bargain. Because I've seen what people charge for hair in these figures, and it's ridiculous. I've actually had some quotes myself, and I don't know how people can justify paying that out. But I think this looks great, and I will obviously because I have the original Hobbit figure, then I'll be picking up the head sculpt when I can. They're saying the whole outfit has been, remade with better materials and stuff, but it's a difficult one because it's just it's a baggy old cloak.
It's a robe.
Yeah, so it's difficult to see where those improvements have been made. The belt looks better because before it was just like a rope piece of rope, but the belt's better. And they're saying the sword's all new and it's got the the elven runes on it, but I mean they're going to be absolutely tiny. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Asmus, and I'm happy to see them banging out more of these figures. So yeah, I'd say well done to them.
Agree with Ryan. As soon as that's sold out, they can't do it anymore.
Yeah, it will.
It's going to be through the roof.
Yeah, and I've debated whether or not to pick one up, but then I don't need a third Gandalf, but I wouldn't mind the head because then I'll probably put whichever one I prefer.
25 indies, but you call it a line at like Tree Gandalf.
Yeah, well, come on. I mean, yeah, he's not. He's no indie, is he? Yeah, but it's great. I don't know if anyone is it true no pipe? I don't know. I've seen Pipegate, but I've seen some pictures where it's in the box and there's a space for it in the thing, and then somebody else is saying that they're not allowed. You can't have a pipe now because you can't promote smoking or stuff like that. I don't know. That sounds it sounds like bollocks. But I've got a pipe, so if anyone wants one, you can have it for £100. That's an exclusive deal for anyone listening. Hit me up.
I'm sure we can knock some pipes up.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't know about the pipe, but great looking figure. And then the last
Peter Parker B from Young Rich Toys.
Yeah.
130 quid. Now this is a promo. This is in hands picture.
All I could find, yeah.
So I watched a couple of reviews for this, and there's a few things that you need to know. It's not as fat as this from all the reviews I saw, and the eyes on this are slanted, whereas the ones you get are almost straight.
Yeah,
which makes it look really fucking weird.
It does look weird, doesn't it, the eyes, yeah.
Now, looking at this photo, I go, no, I wouldn't really go for it. Looking at the reviews I watched, I would quite like one, purely because I really like the animated head sculpts, the unmasked one. You take the top of the hair off, and it has another piece that fits over the top, which I wish they do with some of the Hot Toys ones. Yeah. So it looks like he's pulled his mask up. You get a whole pizza with that slice in as well. You get the phone. You get shitloads of stuff with this
drone. Yeah,
you get the drone. The suit material looks pretty good. The only thing I think that a couple of the reviewers mentioned was the web shooters are the same as the Miles.
Okay,
which means that they're slightly too small.
Yeah.
So when you put them on, it bunches the material up on the sleeves.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So you might need to heat them up and expand them a bit.
Because even if you end up with a gap, you won't see it if it's behind the wrist.
But for 130 quid, yeah, I'd have one. I really like Into the Spider-Verse. I would.
Yeah,
they're probably my favourite Spider-Man films at the moment. So I would definitely get them. And I really like that animated look. So yeah, well worth it. I mean, I'd quite like the Miles, but there's a couple of, if I'm right, there's two different versions of Miles. So I'd like the final battle one even would be good. Yeah. So
let's cue it up, man.
Boom.
Coming soon.
I don't know. Are you? So anyway, enough about all they're coming. So Toys, Herman, 130 quid, due out Q3. I really like this. I think the head sculpt looks great. I like the mask. I like the accessories you get. My only issue is, what would I put it with? I would need some more. This is the thing. Figures.
Yeah, whether they are looking to make some more Watchmen, because obviously Hot Toys did some early in the day, didn't they? Did the
comedian
Comedian, and they did
Scarlet
Spectre,
Spectre or something.
Yeah,
Silk
Spectre.
Spectre.
Yeah, and they looked okay. I don't know if they I can't remember if they had issues.
Oh, the comedian sculpt was fucking awful.
Was it really?
Oh, okay. I looked nothing like him.
Yeah. It's because they didn't have the license or something. They didn't actually have the image rights.
Apparently, it was another plethora one that just fucking fell.
Yeah, I think that just fell apart. Yeah.
Or was it? Or no, something about the armor got sticky. The armor reacted or something. It was quite
quite early ones. Yeah, maybe that's that oily issue that the first Batman has. Yeah, there was something about it. But yeah, I mean, if they bring out some more, it'd be pretty cool to have.
Toys are killing it at the moment.
Yeah.
I hope they do as well.
They're just picking up some good. I mean, obviously they're not picking up licenses because they don't give a fuck about licenses, but they're just, they got some good people there that are delving in and saying, "No, what haven't we had? What do people want?"
Yeah, I mean, when we go through the rest of this, there's So-So Toys come up a couple of times, and every single one, I'm going, fuck, I want that.
Yeah,
and it's having a knock-on effect where I'm going, actually, I want that, which means I have to get this and I have to get that, like. So exactly. Fall down that rabbit hole.
Yes, new rabbit holes, and that we've managed to kind of resist with the Hot Toys prices when you're looking at 250, 300 quid a figure. But now when you're looking at this is like under 150. Back what Hot Toys were 10 years ago. It gives you that option to kind of start building up new collections, doesn't it? Which was, so it's I
mean, third party right now are absolutely fucking romping it.
Yeah,
I mean, when you look at when we look at some of the prices of Hot Toys, and obviously Hot Toys and Sideshow, well, not so much Sideshow, but Hot Toys, you get really good quality.
Yeah,
but when you look at the accessories that you get, and when you look at some of the look at Mandalorian as a perfect example, right? There is no way on earth that the accessories that come with the deluxe shouldn't have come with the OG Mando. Right?
No.
Someone has made that choice somewhere along the line to jam pack that and call that a deluxe. When you look at the level of accessories you're getting with most third-party releases, you have loads more accessories, shitloads more. I'm going to change my name to Captain pointing out the obvious. Yep, they don't have to pay for lights.
Exactly.
And all that.
Yeah.
But what we're talking about here is the amount of stuff you're getting. So I get that they can pump the money into other areas, but when you look at, like using Mando as an example, there's no licensing issue there why they couldn't give you the stuff that appeared with that Mandalorian as opposed to giving it to the one that didn't.
Yeah.
Like, that's where I think third party really deliver.
Yeah. So how do you think they're doing the different masks on this one?
It's probably different sculpts. I mean, I did see there was a custom guy who did a mask like this that changed depending on how hot it got.
Oh wow!
So you heat it up and it would start to change. It looked really good.
Yeah. Either that or whether it's
expensive, but
pop out, a separate head with obviously to the sculpt, but with a pop out front piece. Or
to be honest, it's probably going to be three different. It's only going to be a bit of cloth wrapped around a blank sculpt.
Yeah.
With three different.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how they're going to do. Yeah, how they're going to do.
Yeah. That. I reckon you'll get three. I reckon you'll get three separate. The hat would be the interchangeable bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then while we're on superheroes, we've got the Batman Forever Sonar suit, 191 quid, April to June 2022 on Sideshow. I'm not a huge fan of the films, but
no,
I could see myself picking this up if I'm honest.
I like it.
I am a fan of Bat Nips.
Yeah, and I think it's quite a good. The Val Kilmer likeness looks pretty good to me.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't got nips on this one though. The Batman.
I'll draw him on.
He's draw him on.
No,
these 3D print some, mate.
These are all about fucking codpiece.
They are. I mean, he's not bad, but he's got nothing on what we'll see in a minute. I quite like it. I'm not going to buy it, but it looks good. It looks quality. Interesting. They went with this suit rather than the standard suit, which they call the Panther suit. But I didn't know that, but I was looking into it, and
Yeah, they picked it up from the end of the film, haven't they? See,
yeah.
if you were sitting on the Sensation pack, the Two-Face and the Riddler for the last fucking 10 years, you must be thanking God.
Yeah,
finally showing up.
Finally, either put something with them or I can shift them for a decent amount of money. But
thing is, that if you don't pre-order this and you've got a slight inkling that you want it, it will get the aftermarket price is going to be through the roof.
Oh yeah. And I like in the amount of posts on Jazz Inc. Diorama's Facebook page now asking for the Batmobile.
Can you make me the Batmobile?
From this?
The fucking size of it.
Yeah, and it's a beast because it all lights up, doesn't it? All those, all the slots.
It's longer than the 89.
Is it really? And I mean, I've got that thing here, and it's bloody huge. Yeah. And it's got and this one's got a huge fin, so it'd be really tall as well, wouldn't it? The rear fin on it is massive.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Yost has said that he's looking to make a third Batmobile after he's finished the 66 one, but he hasn't decided because people are asking for, is it the one from Arkham Knight or something? And it's like a tank and it's fucking huge.
The problem, that's a 3-seater. It's got 2 seats in the back that he uses to detain people, and then his cockpit. But if you think about the BVS Batmobile, and then you added probably another half onto that, it's fucking huge. Because you've got to remember, it transforms, doesn't it? So you've got like the road version, and then you've got the actual tank part. So depends. It's
a great design. I really like it, but I don't know. It might just be a step too far. It's a big boy. But
so Ryan says, I wish third parties would give us Arkham villains, so I don't see Hot Toys doing anytime soon. We've had a few. The Black Mask was the last one from the last Arkham game. So there has been
in the white tux, wasn't he?
Yes. Yeah. Yep. And there's also a third-party Joker that's been out longer than the Hot Toys one. There are stuff you can get. They come up every few and far between, but they are out there if you keep searching. So we can't have Batman
without the star of the show
about this guy, the Bulge.
The Bulge.
We just
look at him in the middle there. I mean, he's so proud of that.
He knows. No one stands that without knowing what they're drawing attention to.
Yeah.
He's like, well, Batman may have the millions and millions of dollars, but I got the back cock,
and he's got the nips.
Yep, he's got the nips. He's got the cock. He's got everything you want in an action figure. That is 12 inches right there,
and some, mate,
and some. That
he's had to coil that round like a Cumberland sausage.
It's fucking insanity. And the thing is, I know it's not Hot Toys' fault. They can only do what what the design of the suit is. But at no point did anyone make the suits when they made Batman Forever and went, does he really need such a big cock?
Yeah.
Is that codpiece really necessary? It just,
and it's like madness. The way it kind of comes out of the bottom, doesn't it? It's a weird. It's not like it's got
a full on. It's like an elf shoe stuff down there.
It's got weight to it. I think it's all hanging down.
It looks like it's got some girth on it as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Fuck me, size of that fucker. So this will cost you 183 quid and is out pretty much the same time. This was going to be 150 odd quid, but then they had to charge you the extra, say 30 odd, just for the sheer amount of plastic that went into the codpiece.
Exactly. Yeah.
Did you see the picture of this with the Scott Lang head sculpt?
Yeah.
Yes, I did, and it was the only decent use for that sculpt.
I mean, yeah, he's like, look at this, boys.
Yeah.
I think the head sculpt looks really good. Not that that's what the focus of this is. It's all about the bulge.
If you keep that up, I'll go for another 20 hours of cock jokes. I have plenty.
I think the likeness is really good. But I fucking hate this version of Robin. I really hate Chris O'Donnell. So I might be tempted to pick the Batman up, but I'm not. I wouldn't be picking Robin up.
See, I feel kind of the same. He's not my favourite Robin, but for me, you can't. If the Robin is available, you can't really have one without the other.
I know
it's like the 66 Batman. You know, if you've just got him on his own, you know.
Yeah, but Robin. I like Robin from that, and I did own those before, and I kind of think I wish I still had them. They go for stupid money now.
Yeah,
I think I got them for like 200 quid the pair or something ridiculous.
I mean, this kind of highlights the argument we just had about accessories. So 180 odd quid, and you know it's bad when they put hands in the accessory.
Yeah, they do that a lot now, don't they?
Yeah, because that's 180 quid's worth. But when we look at comparing it, say, with Peter Parker B, and you look at all the shit you get there. Now I understand, you got the licensing stuff. I completely agree, but even if you rewound the clock and looked at accessories we used to get with figures, albeit Robin's probably not the best example because I don't exactly know what you can give him.
Mark's working on a theory there that I hate him because I'm jealous of the bulge.
Pete's like an action man. There's nothing down there.
No.
He's just smooth.
I got welded on blue plastic pants. Those fuckers don't come off.
With the weird belt that was on there on the action men that I don't quite understand why.
No, I haven't got the. I'm not sure. Was the belt original? Or was that kind of like the reboot? I haven't got a belt.
It was on one of my very, 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 very old action men that was a hand me down. The old Eagle Eyes.
Maybe. Yeah,
the blue pants had some weird belt, and I remember being a kid going, "Who has belt on their pants?" Just weird.
I'll have to check. I can't remember. It's been so long since I had a look.
Yeah, but enough about Pete's lack of manhood. Well, see, I could get that one in because you called me a fat cunt last week.
No, fat smelly cunt.
Smelly cunt.
Don't miss out the smelly bit.
Yeah, no, exactly. So this is Toys Era, the Omniscient, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. 166 quid.
Heimdall.
Yep, out Q3 2021. This is what I mean about third party. People like Toys Era, so they are killing it. How many times have people been asking for this fucking figure?
And there's been some very expensive custom armor sets.
Big time.
People have been buying.
Big time. For 166 quid, if I still collected Marvel, this would be on the list.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It'd be interesting to see whether they kind of, if this sells well, whether they do any of the other, I forget what they're called, but Thor's got his little group of.
Yes, like his merry men.
Yeah.
The rest of the Asgardians.
That'd be quite cool. The guy with the axe and the beard, and that, he's quite a cool character.
The little Robin Hood guy is quite funny.
Yeah, so it'd be good if they kind of got into that. That'd be quite a good little display. That
definitely. Yeah, I like this for the price.
Yeah, it looks good.
Very good.
And is it the first time we've seen Idris in 1/6 scale form?
I could have sworn someone showed off, and I don't know if they released it or not, but there was a Dark Tower figure.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I can't.
I remember seeing one.
That's Fandral. Yeah.
Fandral. Yeah. Well, you can get cream for that if it still itches. Yeah. So that was old Fandral.
Oh, that looks good. What we got next?
And then we got more. So over the week, there have been more pictures and posts about this Cobra sculpt. There's been a couple of whole figure. So there's been a couple of renders, but they haven't really gone into too much detail. I'm quite looking forward to this.
Yeah,
but I really want to see the actual figure. Even just a promo shot would be nice at this point, because this is more one really for Steve. But yeah, I think in the week they showed another snippet of this poster. Then they showed a couple of other renders. So I'm hoping that he does, because there was a picture he did a while ago of a render of this Rocky, and it looked like Rambo.
Yeah, from First Blood, I think.
Yeah. So I'm quite keen to see the actual figures.
I've got like a Rocky figure. I'm not a big Cobra fan, but a decent, because obviously Hot Toys did Rocky way back, and again, it's been, they've been going for stupid prices, and they look their age. But I think I'd be in for a decent Rocky figure. But it's funny I just think if you cover the hair out, that could be Steve. Because he's rocking the stubble, isn't he? He's one of these guys that I think he has a shave, and then 10 minutes later he's almost got a full on beard again.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can see why he likes. He's a fan of this, but
he'll love you forever for that.
A bit funny, yeah. He will. He'll be like, oh man. It's a bit weird that it says the only officially licensed Sylvester Stallone clothing brand. It's an odd thing to put on a figure, but
yeah, I don't quite get that, because I know obviously he's got his clothing brand, because they released the little fedora that he wears in Rocky as for some fucking insane price.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I just thought, well, why would anyone buy an officially licensed Stallone hat when you could probably buy a non-branded one for like quarter the price? And to be fair, most blokes who wear a fedora twats anyway. Like, you ain't gonna want one.
Well, apart from Indy.
No, this was, when I say this was the tiny little.
Oh,
yeah. You wear it at a jaunty angle, the little little one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think it's be good. I mean, it's a lot riding on the head sculpt, because obviously it's quite a simple outfit for this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good. I like the fact that he's getting Stallone's getting involved.
Be good to see more actors doing it.
Yeah.
Yes, and I've got this. The present toys through the boy. So this is going to be around 150 quid, and I couldn't find a release date for it. Now I think this is the Jinx sculpts. If I'm right,
think? Yeah, it does.
It's definitely not the Hot Toys one.
No, it does. It does have a yeah,
and it has that Chinese look about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is definitely the worst fucking name ever.
It's hilarious. I just don't know where they've got that from.
Through the boy.
Through the boy. I mean
it's blatantly, most of it's a rip off of the Hot Toys one.
Yeah.
I can see why they put the hand in his pocket, because look at that other one. That is fucking like shovel hands.
It is, yeah.
I only just noticed that.
That's a baseball mitt on their flesh. Flesh baseball mitt. Yeah.
I would probably pick it up just for the guitar, if I'm honest.
That's the thing.
I haven't got that.
Yeah. I mean, bits of it look horrible. Bits of it look okay. I mean, that body looks horrible. I mean, like, look at the bit of the arm you can see. That's a horrible body. And
I think they put it on a normal body.
Yeah, the body warmer doesn't look good. But yeah, some of it might be right. And it's interesting they're putting the guitar in, because people might, if it's decent. What's that?
That's the Man Boy Love Association. No, it's not NAMBLA, the North American Boy Love Association from South Park.
It's it's odd, but I suppose. I mean, I've just recently picked up the Hot Toys one, and they are expensive, but you can if you wait around, you can get a decent price. Have we got a price on this? Are we looking at like about
150?
Yeah.
There's lots of pre-orders up on eBay at the moment, but I couldn't find actual stores that carried it. So most people on eBay had it out for pre-order for about 150.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of the verdict's out for me. I think it might serve a purpose, but then
See, a few years ago, they did, I can't remember what the company was, but they did a head sculpting clothing set, which was just a rip off of the Hot Toys one. Okay. And that was insanely popular because it went for so cheap. Because they showed a Back to the Future 2 Hot Toys Doc and Marty. Right. Doc was in the leather jacket with the fedora and sunglasses. And Doc was in he was like the younger Doc.
Yeah, I remember it.
1950s clothing. They never released them. No. I would really like, because I think the exclusive Back to the Future 2 Marty comes with the little walkie-talkies.
Right. Okay.
in the little packaging. So
yeah, I didn't know there was a. Yeah, I didn't realize.
Yeah.
There was a...
So was it this exclusive? I've seen it come with. Was it come with the dock? There's an exclusive version that comes with it. I've seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really wanted the dock
I
and
think
Marty with the like casual.
I really want a Back to the Future 1 dock in the and that to me would be and an Einstein as well. That would set that off. That would be really good. I think the problem I have with this one,
you
I can
guys
see
not
the
get
argument...
my notice that I'm going live tomorrow? No, I did not. Chuck it up again, and yeah, I'll chuck it up. JB Collection, who I've never spoke to before in my life, but fine, not a problem. Chuck it up and I'll throw it up.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, go for it.
Stick it in.
With the indie one that they're doing, I can understand that, because if you're trying to build an indie now, you're looking at buying a DX05, which is going to cost you 300-400 quid. Half of it's going to have just disintegrated. Yeah. So, or like we've done, you're spending several £100s on custom stuff, which is the bollocks and looks amazing, but that's not what everyone wants to do. With this guy, you can still pick them up for 300 quid. Yeah. They're often on the aftermarket, and I don't think, if you really want this figure, I think you should pay 300 quid and not 150 quid. It's not the same with the...
It was buried in the comments. There you go. Optical 20 live today at 7:15 p.m. Cool. So that will be your funny American time, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Give him a watch. Optical, we like him.
About midnight.
Now I know who you are. I'm like, Optical,
yeah.
Right, I get you.
Probably about midnight, wasn't it? So, yeah. So that I don't know. I think if you really, really want this guy, just get the Hot Toys one, because it's a great figure. And yeah. But again, it's difficult to know how they'll come out, isn't it? When we don't know a lot about present toys.
No, they haven't released anything yet, have they?
No. They've promised a lot, but what's going to be the first one? Is it the Indie, Godfather? Indie's the first one, is it? They're not having anything before that.
Then Godfather, then
yeah. So we're all see how that Indie turns out. But
yeah, I can't. Yeah, I think they're doing a pinch. Just put it that way.
Yeah.
And then we have the Hot Toys Assault Tank Commander at 229 quid at July to August 2022. This doesn't offend me.
No.
I like Troopers. This I quite like. If I had some spare cash, I'd probably pre-order it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is one of those ones that they announce it now, and I don't give two shits about until I start to see people get it in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
And I go, actually, I quite like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if I end up, getting one of these at some point.
Yeah,
I probably
it's a cool look. I think it's pretty good. It's interesting. It's funny how everyone loves a trooper unless it was in Force Awakens. Because they just got it so wrong with those, but. All the designs in I
like the Sith ones though.
Yeah, with the little squiddy bits.
Nah, they're the jump troopers. The Sith ones are just the red ones with a bit of like ridging to them.
For her pleasure.
For mine, I like it.
For yours as well. But yeah, I think all the trooper designs in Mando have been spot on. I think there's some really good figures in there.
Present toys. Yes, forgot all about that. No, not down the man. Every time you guys comment, it bumps it up. They did Django.
Yeah.
I remember that. Didn't Zach rip it to shreds? He had it, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then everyone ripped the shit out of him.
Got the other one, didn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, again, we've got this is the second. I'm saying Mando, but this is Rogue One. So that's the second, recent one with the Shore Trooper one that we've had from Rogue One. So it's interesting. They've kind of, I know they're riding off the back of Mando, and that they've brought out some troopers from them, and they're reusing the cast and stuff. But yeah, it'd be good to see, because there were some glaring omissions from Rogue One. They never made the Baze, is it? The guy with the big machine gun. And there was a couple of others they teased as well. So, so that is the cool one, is it? That's the one that Zach likes. So there was a previous one that
and in fact, this one has unique
plastic. Right. Okay. So they've got. So they have got some pedigree then. So
fair enough. Yeah. So it looks like Quinn is saying this one has unique parts. Yeah, it does. But the base of it makes sense for them if they have only got to add a couple of extra parts to it to do that. That that's the whole reason why they're going back to the Rogue One line is because they can reuse a lot of the stuff they've just made.
Exactly.
Add a couple of bits to it. Happy days.
It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Really.
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's the end of. No, we've got a couple more. Now we've got this. Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So this is interesting. So we've seen. This is. I think it's Exo. Is it Exo 6 or Exo? I'm not sure exactly.
Exo 6.
This is Namjin Tan, who was working with QMX on the Star Trek line, which all went a bit tits up in the end. Yeah, I mean QMX are still saying that they're in it and they're going to release new figures, but there's still people waiting for their Scotties and Sulus that should have been out well over a year ago now, and a lot of people have been screwed on their on the pre-orders and stuff. So I wiped my hands of QMX. I sold all my figures, but Nanjin is the kind of the motivation behind it. So he's basically launched his own line now, and he's working with some of the big names. I think in that that we know. I think the sculptors and clothing people and stuff. So we looked at data, didn't we, on the last show, and he looked really good. Yeah,
and then they put this out, so it looks like we're going to get another Picard.
Yeah,
and the Ball Queen, which should be quite good.
Yeah, so it's interesting. I don't know the decision to kind of go with First Contact, but
I guess it's probably a licensing thing.
You got to start somewhere, haven't you? Yeah, maybe they can't touch the original series because QMX has still technically got that license, but
because I know QMX showed off a load of next generation figures, and obviously got Picard as well. So they might hold the license to the TV series.
The TV series, and
so the films might be up for grabs, and then it makes sense to start with First Contact.
Yeah, because these are the kind of DS9 style outfits, aren't they? Which I quite like the look of. I think they're quite good. So, and obviously, we've got Borg here, so there's no doubt they could go really deep on this.
Yeah. I've been after decent next generation figures for ages. So
yeah, because you just recently rewatched it all, haven't you?
Yeah.
When it was on Netflix.
Yeah, part of my lockdown has been going back through watching old TV series, and I sat and watched. I went all the way through. I didn't do the original series. I did Next Generation.
Yeah.
I did Deep Space Nine. I did Voyager, and then I started to watch again Enterprise, but gave up halfway through.
Oh, cock deep.
Yeah, I went balls deep.
Do you not? Yeah, you put the balls in as well. You got to get the balls in as well,
all the way. I mean, you start off thumbing in a softie, but eventually you get there. But yeah, I went all in, but I couldn't do Enterprise. I got halfway through and was just like, none of this makes sense.
No.
Anytime the engineer ever got beamed down or went on his little away mission, you thought, fuck, he's going to get kidnapped. Every fucking time. Every time. But yeah, I'm keen. I'm dead keen on these. They weren't that expensive. Well, data doesn't seem to be that expensive.
No. So I think that's good. Be interested to see what comes of that if they get get to Worf and Geordie and stuff like that. Would be really cool.
Yeah, for sure. And then to answer the previous question, yes, we did see this. Yes. Yeah, Hot Toys. Hot Toys teased the Mando Boba. I quite like this. I mean, I've been tempted to put one of these together like the rest of the world.
It's a lot. But,
I figured I would wait because I knew this was going to come at some point. Now, Hot Toys sometimes can't do right for wrong. Some of the comments I've seen people bang on about is, I really wish this had like the clean armor.
Yeah.
myself,
that's coming as well. You know,
that will probably come, but
of course it will.
If they showed you this and it was the clean armor, going, I really wish we had the weather done.
I want the other one. Yeah,
exactly. Like they can't win, so no. I don't know why they bother. But this is the best comment I ever saw was someone put at last. A body that Hot Toys are allowed to put a fat suit on.
I was going to say it's going to be the first one in ages that you don't actually going to have to sit through 400 removing the fat suit videos.
Yeah. So I'm well up for this. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah,
it's I know it's probably a couple of years off, but I would pre-order one.
I much prefer this look. I thought I kind of laughed when I saw that he'd repainted that. It didn't work for me. Like literally the next episode, I don't know. It looked odd to me. I liked it like this. That episode was brilliant.
The thing I got that I was a little bit like, okay, why was. All right, he repainted it, but if you're going to see effort repainting it, then surely the robes and stuff that you've got on underneath, you go back to like the jumpsuit or
yeah. How difficult is it to get jumpsuit? Yeah,
like that's the bit that didn't quite make sense. But either way, this looks fucking awesome.
Yeah, I like it. It looks cool.
It would be nice if this was a bit of a special set where you had the unmasked sculpt and you could actually take the armor off and have the gaffy sticks and stuff. But I'm probably in the minority there. Or wishing for something that's never going to happen. But yeah, I like this. I like this.
Looks good.
Yeah, and then we had Star Race Toys have dipped their toe in to the boys. That sounds very wrong.
Through the boy.
Yeah. What do you think the odds are we get the armor on Cod Vanth? I don't know. I can't see it myself. The thing is, I think they're nailing the main characters.
Yeah. And only had one episode, didn't he? And
Bob is iconic. He was always going to get a figure. I think Mando, definitely, obviously 100%, we get 20 different versions of that fucker. It wouldn't surprise me if they had plans to do a Cara Dune, whether or not that still happens or not.
Yeah.
Someone made a very good point that actually the actress is gone, doesn't mean the character has to. You
correct.
Past, so it doesn't necessarily mean we wouldn't get one. I don't know. We'd have to see.
But it depend on whether she's got any say in it. If she's not contracted to anymore, I suppose. But they normally give away their license, their images anyway, don't they? So
stuff, didn't they? So yeah, Star Race Toys are dipping their toes into the world of the boys. Toy Star Race have a funny old way of renders will normally look quite good because I quite like there's obviously the beard in the head. This is low res compared to the rest. Star Race Toys have a habit of taking a really good render and fucking it in the ass. If you look at Professor McGonagall, right? Warner Anna, whatever his name is, put up. I can't remember. I can never. Or Runner Wolamange, I think is the name. He put up a
Wagamama.
Wagamamas. He put up a render of the McGonagall sculpt, and it was fantastic. It looked really good. When you see what Star Race Toys have done to it, it doesn't look anything like it. It looks.
No.
I feel bad for him because he's a really, really talented guy. The stuff he does is really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a little bit worried about these. I don't know if they're going to come out well. And the thing is, at the moment, everyone's doing these two.
Yeah.
A lot of third-party companies doing them. And again, I think like with other stuff we've mentioned before, if they'd managed to pump a lot of this out while the show was still on, or just before, say, the next series comes out, they'd sell out massively.
Yeah.
Thing is with TV series and figures from TV series, unless you hit it on the sweet spot, people don't like. It's like Game of Thrones figures. Like they keep them and Walking Dead figures, but I don't really give a shit.
No, people don't want them now.
Exactly. That, I'm over all of that. But yeah, so that was Star Race Toys.
That's cool.
Now this I'm in love with. Absolutely. Now, this is So Toys, the Cajun card dealer, 130 quid out Q3 2021. Absolutely love it. I think it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think the accessories you get are fantastic. The 2 head sculpts, the one with the swept hair looks brilliant. I don't think I'd ever, although I like the other sculpt, I don't think I would ever do it. I'd ever use it. The jacket's great. It's got the piping in the right place. This is like he's out of the comics.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it. For 130 quid, bargain.
Yeah, it's really good. And getting the 2 head sculpts is a nice treat because it's something that you very rarely get with like Hot Toys and stuff now.
Yeah,
they don't tend to do it. I actually prefer the one with the curtains, to be honest. But it's good because it gives you 2 really different looks. You know, and you can go with the one that, you know, whether you want a more comic book one, which I'd say is the, you know, is the crazy sticky up hair, or a more like realistic one.
Yeah.
With the other sculpt. Yeah, it looks brilliant.
So I was a big fan of the 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
Swept hair, it's just like he's jumped out of the cartoon.
Yeah.
And this is making me want to then pick up like the Sideshow Wolverine, the yellow and
yeah.
It wants me to start picking up like Cyclops. It wants me to go deep into the X-Men line.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I've done with Marvel, but this makes me want to jump back in. This is fantastic. Really, really good. Really, really insanely good. And this is what I mean. So Toys, they are doing the Lord's work. They are absolutely fucking fantastic at the moment. They are killing it.
They are. Good stuff.
Take a minute just to stare at how fucking good this figure is. I love it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I love the cards. Cards are great.
All of it, everything. I like the swoosh effects you get, and I'm not really a big one for those types of fucking sticks and plastic.
No.
They look really good. Get a decent amount of hands. I like his bow staff.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Cool.
Absolutely fantastic. So TV, film, and games.
Yeah. There's not a lot, is there? I just saw this come up. Obviously, we're getting. I don't know when the actual release is. Is it next month or something?
I think it's March.
Yeah. So we're gearing up for Snyder Cut Justice League. Obviously, we've seen images recently of Jared Leto as Joker. With looks like a severed appendage in his hand.
No, Robert. It doesn't matter what you do to his Joker. He's not going to be. The damage is done with that one.
Yeah,
seriously. I mean, I'm hoping the Snyder Cut is like this magic wand, but there's a lot of hype. It's like a lot to live up to.
Yeah. And obviously, I just put this in because it's, you know, they're going in R restricted. It's going to be full on hardcore. You know, it's going to be pretty full on. I hope it's good.
Chat. Hello, welcome.
Because they're releasing it in 4-hour chunks or something, aren't they?
It's a series, isn't it? It's
like a mini series, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to sail the 7 seas to find it anyway because we don't have HBO.
Yeah, we have a choice on that one. It'll probably be on Sky or something. It'll be some kind of exclusive. But yeah, I'm quite looking forward to it.
I see Yost. Yost's in there. Nice.
He is.
Welcome, sir. I'm hoping that I'll get a shipping request from you very soon for my Falcon cockpit.
He's chomping at the bit.
Oh, definitely looks great. I can't wait for that. So yeah, what Batmobile does he want to do?
Whatever one he fucking likes.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Dealer's choice.
I feel sorry for him. The moment anything new comes out, it's like, can you make me this? Can you make me this?
I know.
Like,
it's hilarious.
No one just stops to ask, how are you? It's can I?
Yeah. I want it.
I want.
Gimme.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah.
And obviously, then we alluded to the fact that Gina Carano, played Cara Dune in The Mandalorian, has severed ties with Lucasfilm after some not very nice tweets and stuff.
It's a tricky one because like obviously you shouldn't be, if you work for a company, you shouldn't be allowed to just go off and do what the fuck you like if it reflects the company. But like there is a bit of a cancel culture, you know, like people digging out tweets from years and years ago and things.
Yeah, I get that.
Really, like ages ago. So yeah, it's. I'm never a fan of, you know, it's people's work and what they like should be separate. But the thing is, it doesn't mean that Cara Dune, like I said before, won't be in The Mandalorian.
No, just get a different actress.
Yeah, they have the ability to recast, and you know,
which is a shame because she was really good. I really liked her. I think she's good. Yeah. I think the issue is obviously, you know, ultimately now she's working for the House of Mouse, and they're never going to forget their roots. And you know, of any company you're working for, I think with Disney, you've got to watch what you do because they've got a rock solid brand there to protect, and you know, they're not going to stand for stuff like that. So I think she's guilty of kind of I think just not understanding or respecting who she was working for, to be honest.
I think she'd be warned a few times by all accounts.
Yeah. So
it's a shame.
It is.
It was really good.
Good character, yeah. She was good, but as you say, they'll probably just recast.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that would be the most logical thing instead of giving her some off-screen death or just not ever mentioning her again.
Yeah, no, I think she's too pivotal a character to kind of ditch her straight away, you know, full on. So, yeah, we'll right. Yeah. I believe you've got a.
And now we are moving on to
shenanigans.
So this
take it away, mate. Take it away. This is all yours. I'm not touching this.
So this is fantastic. So there is I'm on a couple of horror groups, and this lady popped up, and she's called the Teeth Lady, and she takes old toys and cuddly toys and bears and shit and shoves teeth in them. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't think these are proper teeth for a second, but they look realistic.
I hope not.
They're creepy as fuck.
It's a lot of teeth.
When I first saw it, I was like, "What the fuck is that? That is the creepiest shit ever." We've got Harry Potter, where his glasses are made of teeth.
I think it's the first thing we saw, isn't it? It was like she's like, "Have you ever wondered what Harry Potter would look like if his glasses were made from teeth?" No, I fucking haven't.
You go. No,
and I wish I'd never seen that.
But what I like about her is she takes all of the shit comments she gets, all of them, and she uses them. So she puts them on like t-shirts, she puts them on tote bags, all this kind of stuff. And it is absolutely fucking fantastic. But some of it is fucking horrifying. The dinosaur you see there is mental. Yeah, I love it. I think there's one where the whole doll's face is just teeth.
Really?
And
it will that Furby, that Furby on the end there is horrific.
Yeah,
his eyes as well are made of teeth.
It's all of it. I mean, yeah. So it's well worth giving her a search on the internet. The Teeth Lady. It's fantastic. She pops up in a lot of the horror groups.
That's the find of the fortnight. That is.
It's fantastic. It's brilliant. Yeah, absolutely fucking brilliant.
It will haunt your dreams. I mean, imagine waking up in the middle of the night and seeing that fucking gizmo in the middle there.
Yeah, I mean, there's the gizmo, and it's the clown next to Harry Potter there.
Oh yeah,
where the whole top piece is just teeth. It's just molars. You just
yeah. Oh, that one on the end's horrible as well. The girl or whatever in the dress.
There's loads of people going, "Oh, I bought one of these for my partner because they're going to fucking hate it." Like, she's on there, she's going, "Do you know what? The best thing about what I do is that people buy them to wind people up."
Yeah,
like they're just horrific.
For fuck's sake, Boris needs to end this lockdown. Look what the cost to humanity is.
So she's got so yeah, like I said, she uses all the comments and stuff. But I think that Harry Potter was only like 20 or quid. And I was like, that's pretty good, to be fair.
You're gonna buy one.
I was fucking tempted to get one for my missus for Valentine's Day. Yeah, there you go. It's a cuddly toy. So I don't get nothing. Yes, there was that one.
Right, and then we have one more, don't we? Yeah.
Yeah, so this our friends, our dear friends over in Hong Kong have been fuck-arsing about again by all accounts. So obviously, yeah, Lino, we don't make it a secret that they're not our favourite company to order from.
I mean, we've both personally bought from them when they first started up, and it wasn't too bad. But there's been a lot of shit going on, isn't there?
The problem I've got is there's so much stuff happening with them where someone dies, they jack the price up. Then it's, we're really sorry, it was a mistake, it was an algorithm. Okay, so you go, all right then, fine. Okay, it was a mistake. Happens again, and you think, oh, fuck's sake. Yeah. And they go, oh, no, sorry, it was an accident again. But, the third time, you kind of think, oh, for fuck's sake. Then putting adverts up for the figure, when people have died, you just think, come on, have some respect. And then there's been some funny stuff on there where certain figures are jacked up in price and things like that. And you see people calling them out, and then there's always a follow-up email going, oh, they contacted me, it was a big mistake. And they
it's only as soon as someone calls them out, isn't it? And they're like, shit.
So this guy had ordered a deluxe Mando. He was due to get it, and they emailed him and said, we're really sorry, we can't honor that price, the market value shot up, so we're not going to order that PO price. And they cancelled it. They said, if you want it, you've got to order again, which is at the new inflated price. So he was obviously not very happy about that. He took to 16 Republic, I believe, and they literally got slated in the comments. Then another post magically appears saying he's deleted it, and it was an error, and all the confusion sorted. It looks like they sent an email to me to correct their error. Should have said that I needed to rebuy it, and there will be a share code with me via Messenger. Bullshit. I think personally, and this is my opinion, this isn't anyone else's, but I think that they got so much flack that they went, oh, fuck's sake, better cancel that. If this was the first time their name had been mentioned in any kind of these shenanigans, then you go, all right, fair enough, it was a mistake. But I saw it and I instantly just thought,
how about new?
I was like, no, I'm not having that.
The thing is they obviously see the groups to have seen that comment. So you should know that you can't get away with shit like this, because you will get called out on any number of groups. And the community we kind of are in is very strong, and people don't put up with this shit. And they'll call you out on it, and it's funny that they've been called out 3-4 times now, and they'll still take a chance on it if they can.
It always just seems the same pattern. Something happens, they get called out, they apologize, it was a mistake, it then gets rectified, but it just seems to be the same thing or the same kind of thing. It's never Yeah, and don't get me wrong, like if someone genuinely makes a mistake, they should be allowed to put it right. But it's just this kind of stuff. It's just forming a pattern that I'm just think no.
And obviously their affiliation with a certain YouTube as well is always a little bit.
To be honest, I don't give a shit. Don't care. They can do what they like with that. I did none of my business. Not bothered.
No.
Sponsor who you want. Do what you want, buy your own shit with your own money. I don't care. But there's just so many horror stories. Like said,
I wouldn't buy from them again.
No. We got day one collectibles of people like that seem a lot more legitimate. To be fair, and
there's a lot of options out there. Yeah.
Danny Lee says never using them again. They advertise a site-wide 5 or 10% off discount. I noticed they never gave discount on order receipt. It was like pulling teeth, back and forth messages for 2 weeks to get it. Yeah, it's just not worth.
You don't need, is it? It's like
no. And some of their markups are just insane. Like even for resellers, insane. Like it just ain't happening. So that was our little whinge up. And now we are on to
Custom Corner.
That's right. Say hello to my custom corner. You can tell I've just discovered the video editor on my computer, can't you?
It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, so this is a Zachary one. So Zach had mentioned about Rick Dymore, and I have to do a wall killer, which is a having trouble streaming to Facebook. Huh. So we might have dropped out on Facebook, which would be a bit weird.
Okay.
But anyhow, I'm doing this Maul Killer, which is effectively a silver version of Darth Maul, really.
Right. Okay.
So it's like a cross between Darth Maul and Starkiller.
Okay.
And the majority of the body is silver with some black detailing. And I thought it would actually be easier if the body was just dyed black. Mm-hmm. And then I can go in with the silver, and then I can keep the silver away from the joints. Okay, so I remember Zach mentioning it, and originally I bought black Rit dye. And I dyed the body in some boiling water, and it turned like a brown. So if I ever want to do a black person or Asian person, absolutely fine. I know exactly what to get. Mm-hmm. And I was like, fuck. So I emailed, I texted Zach and was like, right, what dye did you get? He said, Dymore. So went back on Amazon. Yep, fuck it, ordered the wrong one. Got the right one. Boiled up a kettle, left this to soak for a few hours in there with it, with a bit of detergent. Came up a treat. It's done all the hard plastic parts. Mm-hmm. It's done all the soft plastic. The only bit it didn't do, which was a bit weird, was in between the hips.
Yeah.
When you bend the body back, you have this plastic ring over the top. That bit didn't dye for some weird reason. That stayed the exact same color all the way through. Right. But that's going to be covered up. But this is quite handy for ball joints, wrist pegs and stuff, because I always run out of black ones all the fucking time. I've got hundreds of skin coloured ones. So I just fucking use them. I just chuck them in there now.
Why did we get a Facebook content strike?
Was it? It may have been the say hello to my custom corner.
Oh, no.
Of all of it, let's have a look, because we got it here. Let's see. On this one. I don't know. Adult nudity and sexual. I bet it's that body.
Oh, man.
I bet it's this body. It's because of the naked body. It's probably what it is.
Oh, dear.
See, I think it was the Batbuldge and Boy Wonder text. Potentially, what we'll do next episode is we'll just shout the word penis 5 minutes straight and see what happens.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Yeah, to be fair, I'm surprised we haven't got a content strike. I really thought it was going to be that Scarface bit, but nope. No, it's probably this naked body here.
Yeah. With his severed arms.
With his severed arms, yeah. See, I had to pop them out because to get all the dye on properly. But it's worth getting some of that if you're mildly into customizing or, run out of pegs like I do, like a bastard. Robin's bulge strikes, fucking brilliant.
And have you tried? Does any of it scrape off or rub off?
Nope.
If you try, no. Okay.
No, I've tried rubbing that body profusely and nothing comes off. Nothing at all. So it's absolutely fine. Which was
cool. That's good. Good.
Yeah, and it doesn't take long to do. To be fair,
nice.
Take it off the screen. No.
Yes.
There you go.
There we go. Something a bit more wholesome. That was Ian's contribution to Custom Corner and Naked Body.
Naked Body. And
I've gone with one of the most wholesome and beloved films of the 80s, E.T. This is a project, a custom project that a number of Alex Maniloff, Sean Dabbs, he's doing the sculpts, and Fan. I don't know. I'm not sure who he actually is, but that's off the 1/6 Customs thing. So they're working on a couple of sets. So obviously Elliot figure and the man himself, E.T. There's going to be a one with they're actually building a proper metal BMX, which looks amazing.
See, that looks fantastic.
And then obviously the basket with ET with the shroud with the towel over his head. And then the full body one here with the light up chest, the light up finger. I mean, I absolutely love ET, and I still get a little tear in my eye at the end.
I can't stand the fucking film.
Yeah.
Now with a naked alien on screen. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the long, flexible, pokey finger.
He'll be all right. He'll be right. Facebook won't mind him. So we struck for the rest of the time, or will they bring us back on when they see the naked body gone?
I don't know.
How does it work? So yeah, I just thought I'd put it up because Steve printed an ET figure, didn't he, this week? And
Looks kind of really good.
Yeah, and it kind of jogged my memory that this was going ahead. So I just thought I'd put it up there. I mean, I'd love to have it. I think this Elliot sculpture in the bottom left here, which is the most recent picture, looks brilliant. And obviously they're showing off the light up finger as well. But I'd love to have a set, but I've got no idea on price, but I think it will run into
fucking expensive. I can tell you now, it's going to be
high hundreds, if not thousands. Yeah, but it does look great. It does look amazing. And I think somebody's making a custom diorama as well, which is obviously the moon and the trees and everything, and you can have him on the bike. And it all lights up. It looks amazing. I'm following it with interest, but I don't think I'll be committing when I see the heart-wrenching price on it. But yeah, I do love ET. One of my favourites. I think it's an age thing. I think you're a good bit younger than me, mate. So
I just hated it. Even when I was a kid, I fucking couldn't stand it.
Oh, come on.
Really, really didn't like it.
I mean, you could keep Grogu. I'll have ET any day, mate. Ryan found him creepy. He's creepy when he's dying and he goes all grey.
He's fucking always creepy.
No, he's not.
Oh, he fucking is.
He's a beautiful soul. Look at it. You can see it glowing right in front of you there.
He's a fucking knob. I never understood it.
Oh.
Did not like it.
So there we go. That brings us
brings us back to Watto's Corner with a little word from our sponsors.
Only Fools and Collecting is brought to you by Watto's Scrapyard. They 3D print parts for your hard-to-come-by Kenner vehicles. They 3D print 1/12 and 1/6 scale head sculpts from a massive back catalogue. If there is a particular character you want, he can design and 3D print it for you for a reasonable price. Check him out on Facebook and Instagram.
Cool. Very good.
So that is on man.
So we now would like to thank our Patreonies. There's been a lot of joking around this list. Rayner's butchered it a few times, and the Collecting Weekly boys have tried to do a little homage to that. But if you truly want to hear these pronounced properly, you need to come to the guys that invented this language in the first place, the English. So here we go. Ben Porter, Sean Fear, Ian Seaby, Rene Mendes, Eric Mariscal, Quint Aguirre, Lima, or sometimes called Leo Hernandez, King Louis, Mark Pearson, Paul Schreiber, Dan Lee, Dini Martin, Stephen Kratt, Jason Nelson, Big Fern, King Zachary V, Cesar Mariquin, Eddie Mendez, Eric Ruiz, Maria Cortez, Stephen Percher, Sean Yautzi, Scott Bradley, Jesse Contreras, Stephen Maria Stanley, Lord Volditort, and Eddie Manzanares. I thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers.
That's how you do it. So anyway, if you'd like to join this fantastic group of people that keep the wheels turning behind the scenes, we've got 3 tiers. Sweet Angel is $5 a month, and you get a sticker sent straight to your door, as well as access to Ox After Dark replay if you aren't able to catch it live, which is difficult if you don't live in the US because it's very late or very early in the morning. We've got the Certified Crispy tier, $15 a month, which gets you a certificate on first pledge and assistance with figure fixes by Zach, as well as all the benefits of the Sweet Angel tier. And the newest tier, the top tier, the Water Guy, $25 a month. You get signed Collecting Weekly live 18x24 silhouette poster. doubles all the stickers we send, so you can send them to your friends. And our good man here, Ian, will paint one sculpt for you per year. After you've been a pledge for 3 months, you'll be responsible for shipping fees to and from, any custom fees incurred. Okay, and then the February Patreon benefits, we've got the in and outs of collecting magnets. So the network's newest show, it's been off to a great start. Mario and Eddie, well done, guys. So it's good to get your magnet out there. An After Dark sticker, and my favourite, the Gooch Grease sticker for the Crispy and What a Guy tier exclusive. 100% natural ointment.
Cool.
And then take us to the shows, mate.
Yeah, so we've got Small Talk Collecting Weekly Live, OFAC, which is us, Auction, The Joy of Hobbying, Creeps Are Us, Collecting Rarities, After Dark, and In and Outs. That is us. Yeah. That is a lot of it.
It's a strong network. I think we've got some great shows there.
Indeed.
Some great guys. Pumping out some great content, and it's good. It's good.
Cool. Well, that has been us. That is it. We are done. We are sorted. Right. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in.
See you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.